My name is Anthony Mishigian, and I'm going to be presenting a smart doorbell. So beginning with this apparatus, it's something I used for a separate LiDAR project. So it ended up working out pretty well for this. I had a camera mounted here in the Raspberry Pi. So that's actually what's going to be acting as the camera for the smart doorbell, and it's going to detect movement, and then it's going to upload a video to Dropbox and notify the user that something is at the door. And I'm also, I have this sort of this desktop here, so that way I was able to edit while I was working on it, but I can also use VNC Viewer to remotely access with the laptop. So looking at the code, the basic algorithm is going to be running forever, and what it's going to be doing is it has time-lapse. It uses Raspberry Still time-lapse functionality to take two images at the beginning and at the end of a second, and it's going to compare those images. So it's first going to run these images through a mask image function. The mask image function does is it first masks it to a special region of interest, so it gets rid of everything that's not the path that it's looking at. So the grass, the road, all that is going to be thrown out because we don't care about any movement there. A car driving by, we don't want that to trigger this smart doorbell. And then what we're going to do next, and I also I made sure to keep this code in here for selecting that region of interest, because every time it did change when I needed to take down this apparatus and set it back up. So I need to be able to reselect that to make sure I got accurate results. And then I'm going to gray the image so that way I can compare the two images. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blur it to get rid of any noise. So if the wind blows maybe some grass to the side or something, we don't want that to trigger a change. So a number that worked for me was 500 pixels. What it does is it figures out how many pixels changed, and if I have more than 500 pixels changing, then it's going to use a Dropbox API to, first it records a video, and then it's going to use that API to upload the video to Dropbox, and then it's going to send an email to me, and it's also going to send a text message to me, and all three of those components are going to have a timestamp with the current time that the video was taken. So without further ado, let's test this here. I'm gonna wait to start the program until I'm actually outside, so that way me walking outside doesn't simulate a video. So I can pretend to be like a delivery man or a house guest. So I'm gonna get well out of the region of interest here, and I'm starting my program. So now what we'll initially see is it's gonna be looping through, and it detects no changes in the image. It's because there's nothing in the path. So now I'm gonna start walking up, and when I'm far enough along the path where it's triggered enough of a change that I care about, it is going to tell me. I have the doorbell here, and we can see that a change has been detected. So what it's doing now is recording me, hello, and I'm gonna walk inside so that way I can view the video. So now what it's doing is it's working on converting the video to an MP4 and uploading it to Dropbox, and then it'll email me as well as text me. There we go, and the program continues to run just like that. So now if I go, I could see this is my text messages. I'm able to pull it up on my computer. The current time is 7:15, and just like that, or 7:14 I guess was when the video was taken. Just like that, the timestamp was included. I can also refresh the email, and I will see that there's a new email here with the timestamp as well. It's a picture of me, the first and the second one, the one that triggered the change. And then these are the grayed images. This is just the masked region of interest that I had. And then I can also go to Dropbox, and here we can see that this most recent is the video that it took, and we can view it. And that's me recording this presentation right here, and also showing this camera through the window. So something unique about my implementation, I also, it's pretty hard to see this through the window, which I think is pretty cool from like a security purposes feature. And then also here, so when I list what's in this directory, there's a lot of stuff here. So what I did was I made a script to basically clean it out. I used the operating system